As I said in the previous video, both Virgil and Caesar were born and lived their entire lives in the 1st century BCE. As you'll see in this upcoming timeline, it was an extremely turbulent time and one that had a huge impact on the future of Roman history. In July of 100 BCE, Julius Caesar was born to a patrician family who claimed descent from Iulius, the son of Aeneas. In this video, I will give an overview of events throughout the 1st century BCE that surely shaped the lives and outlooks of both Caesar and Virgil. I will provide more details on certain events that were pertinent to one or the other author in future videos as we start reading the Aeneid and De Bello Gallico. In the first 30 years of Caesar's life, Italy was disturbed by a series of civil wars. From 91 to 87 BCE, Rome was at war with many of its allied cities who were demanding Roman citizenship. Although the Roman army eventually declared victory at the end of the conflict, they conceded and granted citizenship to the Italian allies, resulting in the Romanization of most of the Italian peninsula. During Caesar's early years, two men loomed large in Roman history and to Caesar personally. Marius was a champion of the so-called populares and was opposed to the conservative aristocracy. He was married to Caesar's aunt, and despite the allegedly elite pedigree of Caesar's family, they supported Marius and his politics. Sulla served as Marius's lieutenant, but broke with him politically, supporting the optimates, members of the Roman aristocracy. Sulla twice marched on Rome, defeated Marius, and declared himself dictator. He then sent assassins to kill anyone who had supported Marius, so Caesar chose this time to leave Rome, travel to the east, and start military service. Between 73 and 71 BCE, Spartacus led a revolt of gladiators and slaves. The group gained size to over 100,000 people, and they proved difficult to defeat. After 2 years of fighting, Spartacus and his men were eventually defeated, and many were executed by crucifixion along the Appian Way. Right after the Slave War, and 30 years after Caesar's birth, Virgil was born in Cisalpine Gaul, which is Gaul on the Italian side of the Alps, so he was in the far northern part of Italy. In keeping with the theme of political uncertainty and military upheaval, it's important to note that Rome was at war for 29 of Virgil's 59 years of life, and 16 of those years was occupied by civil wars. From 68 to 61 BCE, Caesar held several political positions as he made his way up the cursus honorum, which was the typical career path of politicians in Rome. Another disturbance in the fabric of the Roman Republic was introduced by a patrician named Catiline, who plotted to overthrow the government. Although his attempt was thwarted fairly quickly, he and his followers marauded across Italy after fleeing Rome, causing fear and consternation in Rome and beyond. In 60 BCE, Caesar formed an alliance with two other powerful men in Rome, Pompey the Great and Crassus. Through their combined efforts, Caesar was in a position to invade Gaul 2 years later. It is this invasion that we will be reading about in De Bello Gallico. Caesar spent almost 10 years ravaging Gaul. While Caesar was in Gaul, Virgil moved to Milan and then to Rome for education and to get his career as a poet started. In 49 BCE, Caesar crossed the Rubicon and declared civil war with the phrase alia iacta est. This is the year in which Virgil also acquired Roman citizenship because Caesar bestowed it upon the inhabitants of Cisalpine Gaul, in the hope of currying favor with the population as he began his war. We'll go much deeper into the events of Caesar's civil war and the history of Caesar himself when we discuss him specifically, but for the purposes of this video, note that Caesar was assassinated in March of 44 BCE.